All right, boys. So, as you can tell from the title of the video, we're going to be talking about 167 from the One Championship promotion. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the last four fights of the event because honestly, I wasn't able to watch the whole event. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so the first fight I want to talk about is the debut of Cade Tolo in lightweight MMA. Dude, I was excited for this fight because I am a fan of the Tolo brothers. Since I started jiu-jitsu, these guys are beasts in grappling. You know, these two are one submission grappling champions, and those accolades speak for themselves. Now, for Cade, I was impressed with his debut in MMA. Now, what impressed me the most was his striking. In my humble opinion, he looked confident on his feet. You know, he looked like he's been striking for a little bit. You know, he doesn't, I don't think he's an elite striker, but he didn't look like a complete noob neither. There's room for improvement when it comes to striking for Cade, but I think he did decently, especially against Blake Cooper. You know, I think he should work on a little bit more combos, throw in a little bit more feints before throwing shots. But overall, in general, his striking was pretty impressive. He's very lanky, actually, for his weight class. You know, he was able to throw leg kicks from pretty decent distance against Blake. And it's pretty impressive, actually. Like, when he focuses time and energy on striking, he could be really, really deadly. He has a very, very, very good potential to become a top contender in one championship. Now, one of the impressive highlights that he had in this fight was when he clinched with Blake Cooper right here. And as he exits, he throws a head kick. Dude, that caught me off guard. And I'm pretty sure that caught Blake Cooper off guard too. That was pretty impressive. Like, to have spatial awareness and timing to throw a head kick after an exit is impressive to me. Dude, this kid is only 21 years old. He has super, super impressive potential, and he has an opportunity to be a top contender in this promotion. You know, maybe a champion, bro. Who knows? I think he needs to spend more time in MMA and kind of give up his jiu-jitsu career a little bit, you know, and focus more on MMA because he has potential, bro. He's only 21, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd say give him 5 years and you'd be a top contender in MMA. I truly believe that. Impressive win. He finishes Blake Cooper in a rear naked choke. And I can't wait for his next fight. I'm looking forward to it. All right. So the second fight that I'm going to talk about is the rematch between Mikey Musumeci and Gabriel Souza. Honestly, it was a straightforward fight. I knew that Mikey was going to win because he's been on the roll. And little history between the two, if you're not into BJJ like that, Gabriel Souza was the last guy that defeated Mikey Musumeci. I think it was in 2019 when Gabriel Souza submitted Mikey Musumeci in a north-south choke on Who's Number One. Who's Number One is a platform for grappling, and it was a pretty straightforward match. So Mikey Musumeci gives him the leg to bait the takedown. He goes Mikey Musumeci ends up on bottom position, but that's his, domain. So they end up in a leg entanglement. I think the first submission attempt that Mikey Musumeci got on Gabriel Souza is his signature Mikey lock, but Gabriel Souza was able to defend that. So he rolls, and then Mikey Musumbenchi catches another submission tip. I think it was an outside heel hook, but Gabriel Souza defends that by rolling, and then, but that got him into another position, advantageous position for Mikey, that led him into a calf slicer position. And I don't know how these guys are able to just like withstand that force. I would have tapped if I was Gabriel Souza, bro, from that knee slicer. So they were in a shootout, submission shootout. So Mikey Musumeci was in a calf slicer position while Gabriel Souza, saw Mikey's foot and was cranking the toe hold, but Mikey was not tapping to that. And eventually Gabriel taps to the calf slicer. It was very straightforward. And honestly, if there was no submission at the end, nobody tapped, I think Mikey would have won because he had more submission attempts. He was more dominant, per se. But if you didn't see it, the post fight interview was pretty crazy. Mikey blew up, bro. Like he was super angry. He was talking about how Gabriel Souza, the drama between those two, like how Gabriel Souza was talking trash for the past 4 years, taking things personal and stuff like that. But it was crazy. He was cursing on live TV. That was pretty funny to me. But congratulations to Mikey Musumeci, and he's supposed to face Cade Ruotolo on 168 for the lightweight title. And honestly, I'm excited for that because that's two weight classes for Mikey Musumeci. He's a 145er, bro, going up against a 170-pound grappler. I cannot wait for that. All right, the next fight that I want to talk about is the Denis Burek against Rodtang fight. Holy cow. What a brawl. This fight had me at the edge of my seat the whole time, bro. Because these guys were just throwing bombs at each other, bro, the whole time. There was a moment in the fight when Dennis was just eating headshots from Rodtang, and I was so sure he was gonna get knocked out. The way that he was just able to remain standing and not get knocked out is unfathomable to me, bro. But these two, in my opinion, are literally the same person, bro. Just different skin colors, bro. Same build, the same style, that aggressive, heavy pressure, heavy handed kickboxing style. And they were just going blow for blow, bro. There were times when Rodtang was just sniping Dennis's head, and Dennis was just remaining standing still. And there was another time when Dennis was landing shots on Rodtang, but he was just eating it. You know, this fight was super interesting. I think it was a straightforward fight. It was just like what you like. This was like the epitome of kickboxing, in my opinion, or excuse me, not kickboxing. The epitome of a fight, just a total brawl between two little Tasmanian devils, bro. Because this was, I think, bantam, catch weight 141. But awesome fight, very exciting. If you didn't see it, I would recommend you look up highlights, or if you can't, watch the full fight. It was awesome. They were going blow for blow, but I agree with the judge's decision. I think Rodtang definitely won that fight. He landed, I think, not only more shots than Dennis, but I think better shots, more damaging shots. And I can't wait for their next fights, respectively. Like, I can't wait for Dennis's next fight, and I can't wait for Rodtang's next fight. I think I like Rodtang in Muay Thai better than kickboxing because he throws in elbows too. Like, he has some scary elbows. And yeah, I can't wait for the next fights. All right, the last fight I want to talk about is the rematch between Tawanchai and Nattawut. I honestly think that Joe won the fight. I mean, it was a close fight, but I don't think it was close enough for the judges to just justify the retention of the belt for Tawanchai. I thought that the last 3 rounds was won by Joe Nattawut. I think Joe landed good counters on Tawanchai. I think he put Tawanchai definitely on his toes during this fight, and I think that Tawanchai knew that this wasn't going to be an easy fight, bro. Because I'm just gonna say, you know, Joe Nottawa was the better man this night, in my humble opinion, bro. Now, the organization didn't feel that way. The judges didn't feel that way. And it makes sense in a business standpoint. They wanted to retain the superstar because, I think put having Tawanchai as the champion is good for the brand, which makes sense in a business standpoint, but whatever. I'd like to see another rematch between the two. They are a good matchup, and I think Joe Nottawut can stop Tawanchai. I think he stopped him in this fight, but I think another rematch is warranted, bro. Make it a trilogy. Make it a trilogy. That would be awesome, bro. Like Chatri, if you're watching this video, please set up another rematch between these two because I think Joe won this fight, and a lot of people can agree with that. But straightforward fight put me on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I can't wait for these two's next fights. Honestly, if the rematch doesn't happen, I'll be looking forward to their next matches, whoever they fight, whether that's kickboxing or Muay Thai. I'd like to see Tawanchai more in kickboxing, honestly, because his kicks are really nice. And I'd like to see Joe in Muay Thai more because he's really good. And yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me or disagree with me, roast me in the comment section. All you guys want. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.